Good morning, everybody. POA here, and I've had one box of Baldur's Gate sitting in my collection that I kind of considered my box forever now. And we've reached a point with everything that while I did consider selling this box because these have kind of hit like $300 a box. In the end, I don't want to sell it. I want to enjoy one last run through a Baldur's Gate collector box. Probably one. Yeah, it's fair to say one last. So, obviously, I'm going to title this video a certain way. I got some things to talk about at the end of the video, and it's not really scripted or anything like that. But at first, let's enjoy through. I did consider getting an AFR box to go with this and do myself one last dragon hunt. Fortunately, then the AFR collector boxes kind of shot up to an area that I don't particularly like. So we're gonna do Baldur's Gate and still do kind of a dragon hunt here. Oh, I think I'm gonna take my time with this one a little bit. The set that from the very start, I really enjoyed it. The public hated it. Now the public loves it. And because now the public loves it, boxes are now expensive. It's funny how that works. I consider myself the OG enjoyer. Oh well, that's a very hipster comment of me. Okay. So, little curl, I will say that's been a negative of these boxes, is that they can get a little curly. You can fix it with humidity controls, but they are a little curly. Okay, why is there land in there? Get out of there. Okay, Abdel Adrian, Hardy Outlander, and Wrathful Red Dragon, which now belongs on top. Kind of like flirted with it for a long time. From the Catacombs, from the Commander deck. Altar of Baal, which is a card that didn't end up doing much of anything. Shadowheart. Duke. Kick-ass Duke. And Raphael in the, I don't know what you want to call this. It's called Showcase Foil. But whatever title they kind of gave to that treatment. Of course, I've heard Raphael is one of the more fun boss fights, but I've not played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Ingenious Artillerist, that is a darn good common. Mystery Key, Cone of Cold, another random land. Forgot that is where that is. Imoen, Master Chef. We got Gut. Basilisk Collar, which have been slowly recovering in price since they stopped going crazy on the reprints. Endless Evil. Undermountain Adventurer. Alaundo. Lae'zel. Okay, not bad. And a Mythic. Shit! Fuck yes! Oh, God. Oh, God. Are you telling me that a borderless foil ancient copper dragon has been sitting on my shelf for years? Okay, that's dumb luck at its finest, isn't it? That is obscene. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Which, of course, I'm filming this, well, I guess it's already kind of been announced, hasn't it? That this is, or at least Is it this one? I know they're going to do something with some of the dragons in a special slot in Final Fantasy, right? But I don't think it'll affect that too much, but we'll see. Corlessa, Levon, Lozan. We got Will. Nobody cares about you, Will. Hey, Delayed Blast Fireball. Yeah, got a big secret layer reprint in the Extra Life one, but still a really awesome card. Luxury Suite. So, excellent. You're gonna go there. You can go there. All right. Popular Entertainer. Volo, which is a Womp Womp mythic. And Fraying Line. You know what? Just to be fair, it does not matter what we pull the rest of this video. As long as I get a few lands and just get the normal assortment of things. Because we pulled a borderless foil Ancient Copper freaking Dragon. That's the first one of those I've pulled for myself. With all the boxes that I've opened. Taunting Kobold. Tavern Brawler. Cyanus Houster. Illithid Harvester. Okay. Deep Gnome Terramancer. Was a hit when the set first came out. I'll still throw it on top though. Call the Void. Astarion. Bramble Sovereign. Alright. Which was a really nice reprint. And of course, you know, it overshot its level of play, but that's alright. And we got Ball, Lord of Murder. I saw the Mythic in the borderless, and I was like, don't tell me. But no. Bramble Sovereign. Which is better than Volo. It's better than several of the Mythics, actually. Skullwinder, Swashbuckler Extraordinaire, Forest, Fire Diamond, Cloakwood Hermit, Street Urchin, Blood Money. Not like a big hit or anything, but I like the card, and I'm happy to pull one of these. Captain Negetrod from the Commander deck, which I believe this thing is himself's going for like $7, $8, something like that. Monster Manual, card that has gone up and down a lot. We got Bane, Shadowheart again, and Lae'zel's Acrobatics. Okay. Cloudkill, Dragon, Sarvok, Commander Liara, Sarvok again, Raphael in the pack foil version, Sarvok's Tome, Astarion's Thirst, Ragadraga, You My Only Friend, Jan Jansen, and Eldritch Pact. Okay, halfway through the box. Okay, Herinus, which is pretty good little uncommon there. Sarvok again. Levon again. The Elturel Survivors. The Twin Collie Hunter. The Flautist. Merkle. Mazzy. And another Survivors. Wow, that was a that was a Womp Womp pack if I've ever seen one. Deadly Dispute. But Womp Womp packs are going to happen, right? That's the separation. That's how it works. Every pack can be a banger, or the box would be stupidly priced. Well, which is already approaching. Okay. I guess not really, because this set was kind of expensive when it first came out. Just part of the blowback that it had. Jan Jansen, Psionic Ritual, Wand of Wonder, Shameless Charlatan. We got Will and Astarion. All right, 4 packs left. Would like to see some more of the lands. Wouldn't mind seeing the Bronze Dragon. That would be great. Because that's the dragon I personally have pulled the least of. And it's the one I personally play with the most. Third Flutist. Venture forth and die. All right, Bountiful Promenade in the extended art. Jan Jansen for the 15th time. Raphael. And Blade of Cells. Okay. We should, is that 5 mythics so far? That's pretty low. One of these packs is likely to be loaded before all said and done. Lozan again. Thrakis, which this, I believe, has been going up quite a bit because of Dragonstorm. Mighty Servant. Mythic. Baracos. Okay, so our second of the Commander Mythics. Wizards of Thay. Pretty decent card. Gorion. Or Gorion. Ball. And White Plume Adventurer, which I believe was it Legacy that Lyceum got to play till bannings happened, I believe. All right, 2 packs left. Let me just state again for the record, because while the last, let's call it 5 packs, 4 or 5 packs haven't gone well, we got a borderless foil Ancient Copper Dragon. Whatever, right? Whatever. We're good. Cloak of the Bat. Amber Gristle Omal. Candlekeep Sage. Noble Heritage. Now Feshni, which is not a bad little commander mythic or commander rare right there. Font of Magic. Now that is a bad mythic. Miram, which of course has spiked up like crazy. Hey! All right. Ancient Brass Dragon in the borderless. Love to see that. And then a Council of 4. Oh, fantastic. 2 borderless dragons and the 2 that I couldn't have hoped for more. All right, last pack, everybody. Let's just call me satisfied. Oops. You go over there. Okay. Ganax. Sword Coast Sailor. Kadira, who's pretty good too. Despesa Kite! Brainstealer Dragon, which is not bad. Spire Garden. All right, so we got 3. That's a very normal amount. Mazzy, and then last. Oh no, we got one more. Sorry, forgot. Astarion. Come on, some cool rare. Baldur's Gate, the namesake, in the extended art foil to finish off this box. All right, pretty good time. That is ridiculous. So now, the part after the video, and hence why the video will be titled in a very certain way. This has been a really fun 4 years. I never thought that I would even remotely approach 10,000 subscribers. That's wild to me. It's wild. You know, it just started as a dumb, fun, stupid little hobby as I was kind of like getting back into the game. And it was also kind of like COVID shutdown times. And, you know, I was bored. I was super bored. And I had a friend that challenged me. He's like, dude, start a channel. You know, because we watched people like Rudy and stuff like that. And I was like, nah. And then, I gave into the challenge. And that's we went from there. Then we kind of went nuts. God, 2021, 2022 especially, we just went balls out, didn't we? And of course, that was the introduction of the patrons, which was huge for the channel because early 2022, I was going to call it. I was like, you know what? This is insane what I'm doing. This is dumb. Um, and I was going to call it. And then the patrons kept me going. And I thanked them for that. And we had a lot of really, really good times. And we even formed a bit of a community, didn't we? Which wasn't something necessarily that I was aiming to do. It just kind of happened naturally, which was awesome. There's a reality for me that I don't have a play group anymore. So one thing that was keeping me going in this game was I had a play group or people that I could play with, and it was a lot of fun. It was like a lot of fun. Like I had more laughs than I can remember having in a real long time. It was great. Unfortunately, that's kind of gone away. And then that has led to me seeking out games, which unfortunately has led me to run into a lot of the players that are the people that I don't want to play with. And it makes me not want to play the game when I have to play with those types of players. Because I'm not playing CEDH. If you want to treat it like CEDH, go play CEDH. I don't understand. If you want to play Modern, go play Modern, right? It's fine. By the way, I know he's going to be like, "Hey, Wildcat, I'm not talking about you. not talking about you." Just so you know, he's like highly competitive and like he tends to be a Modern player, and so I'm just making clear I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about people who are Commander players and like want to treat it like a certain way. It's not. When I quit Magic the first time, it was because of how try-hard everything is. And I'm not a pro. Yeah, I enjoy building fun decks, and Commander has really allowed me to explore that. That's always been one of my favorite things to do. And also make choices. Like, do I have to play with the most powerful card? Nah, not necessarily. That's why most of my decks are actually a tier 2. Now, they're really not when you play against them, but most of them are tier 2. I don't think I have any tier 4s. I don't think maybe one. Maybe one. And honestly, my most powerful decks are not. They are not. Yeah, you know what? As I say that, my Eldrazi deck probably is. That's probably. No, I don't even, maybe not even that. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. And so it's been difficult to play the game. And then you get into the side of collecting, right? Because, yeah, part of why I did get back into this wasn't necessarily an intention to fully play as I was collecting at first. And then I was like, I want to play this game again. And that's kind of then led me into that. Because I always did love this game. Collecting has become extremely difficult. And this part really, I guess, has left a really bad taste in my mouth. Prices have gone too damn high. You know, I've gone back to 2 videos a week, and that's due to a few reasons. One of the reasons is that I have other things I have to spend money on right now besides Magic the Gathering. Right? I'm not broke or anything, but there's other things in life right now that I need to devote money to that isn't Magic the Gathering. Okay, so I can't go crazy. I already had to slow down because of the other things in life I need to devote money to, which is fine, right? Because my pace for a while there was dumb. Part of that too is tax code changes. You know, as you get more and more 1099Ks, like this past year, I got a 1099K for my Patreon. Did not expect that one. It's not like I collected that many funds from that. Did not expect that one at all. You know, so what I was doing early on was I was flipping extra cards, which then would help pay for the next box, right? So on and so forth. Now that's become very difficult to do with an insane Schedule C to fill out. It's a lot of extra work for what? Like, what am I getting out of it? Truly. What am I actually getting out of this? Well, collector box prices have gone to a point that they are insane. All the ones I want to open, I'm not going to because collector boxes hit $400 and up. And yeah, it would make sense for me to like buy a case, sit on it, and then flip. Well, now we're back to the 1099K problem. So collecting has become extremely difficult, and I have to say, a straw that broke my back was Final Fantasy. It's a standard set. I do understand charging more because you do have the licensing stuff on there. So like I understand the hell, I've defended Wizards on this channel on the dollars and cents side of things because I understand it. Like I get it, right? I've talked about it in great detail on this channel, frankly. Not everybody catches those conversations, but the Final Fantasy collector boxes hit the market. Okay, so you guys are looking to charge, $350 to $400 for them. All right, it's already a really high price, but okay, I guess you did the same thing with Lord of the Rings, even though it was straight to modern. But I guess we're gonna make straight to standard the same price. And then boxes very quickly got bought out extremely fast to a point that if you find it available out there for $550, you should snatch it up if you want a box. $550, folks, for a single collector box of 12 packs for Magic the Gathering. I know I sound like the professor right now, but this is coming from me, a person who does understand that cards should have value. That's the collectible side of this game. I was planning a return to doing battles with Final Fantasy. And I can't do that. I cannot do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm not going to pay that. I'm not going to hunt that out. I'm not doing it. I'm not opening those boxes. This is stupid. This is so incredibly stupid. So then I asked myself, what are you in this for then? What are you doing? Why are you still doing this? Are you just doing this because it's routine? That's silly. That's so silly. It's not like you're getting money out of this. I got money out of this channel back in 2022, 2023. 2024 on has been a nothing burger, okay? So for those people out there that'd be like, on that side, no. Look, for a hot minute, yes, the channel kind of became a little bit of a side job, all right? Which was, kind of neat in its own route, but that faded. That went away. That went away naturally due to different changes that took place and blah, blah, blah. It's gone. So it's not monetary that I'm gaining. They got rid of set boxes, which also bothers me a lot because play boxes are just not as, they're not, oh my God, they're not a good replacement. And draft boxes were nice because they were the cheap alternative. Well, instead, you just combine them all to a play box. First 36 packs, higher price. Now you lowered it to 30 packs, so your pull rates are changed again. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love anything about it. I'm still planning on opening some Final Fantasy play boxes because that's for me. For me, Final Fantasy was, I guess it was kind of my first role-playing game, right? Final Fantasy Original on the NES. Kind of started my love of the role-playing type game. What came first, that or Dragon Warrior? God, I'm gonna have to look. It was one of those two. I played them both a lot. Was it that or Dragon Warrior? Either way, Final Fantasy, especially Final Fantasy 2 US, Final Fantasy 4 Japan. For the rest of this video, I'm just gonna call things by their US number, all right? Because we didn't have those games over here for the longest time until on 3DS or something like that. They showed up in like a bundle or whatever it was. Which I think I bought that. I just don't think I ever had time to play it. Anyway, Final Fantasy 2 for me was like one on the short list of like some of the greatest games ever made. Yeah, Final Fantasy 3 I only ever played through once, I'll admit. I didn't like it nearly as much as 2, although it was good. And then there was plenty of other games to play and so on and so forth. But then you had Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 and Final Fantasy 9. And admit, Final Fantasy 10 I bought. I played 1 hour of it and never went back to it. The dramatic change to the top-down, more simplistic, like Final Fantasy 9 was a big return, right, of the classic Final Fantasy layout. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. You know, I didn't care for it. I understood a lot of people did, and that's great. Just for me, and I guess it doesn't help that I was at a point in my life where I was kind of playing a little bit less video games anyway, especially role playing games for a little period there. So Final Fantasy kind of fell out of my life. But I'm still going to open some of it because I'm excited. Like, I want a Cecil card. I want the Borderless Cecil. Like, I want a Sid card. I want these. But I can't hold out this channel until then because I don't want to open anything. I don't want to open Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I would love to open a Bloomborough or a Foundations collector box, but that's not happening. I would love to open Wilds of Eldraine, but that's not happening. Yeah, I guess I could open Aether Drift, but I absolutely hate that set. That set sucks. The whole vehicle concept in general was already something I don't love, and then you chalked it so full of all this stupid, wacky racers thing. Oh God, I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. At first, the so-called hat sets didn't bother me as much, but it kept growing, right? And yeah, then you returned with Tarkir Dragonstorm, and it ended up doing pretty good. People at first weren't about it. So I don't want to. So I guess in the end, if I should sum this up, because now I've been kind of flapping my gums for 12, 13 minutes. As of now, this is the last video on the channel. So I am ending the channel, probably. I'm a person who never likes to say never, right? Because you never know in the future what changes in the world. You just don't know. I don't know. You don't know. So it's always hard for me to say things are finite, because to me, most things in life are not finite. So I don't want to say the channel will never come back. I will say it's highly unlikely. There are some other good content creators out there. Just quickly to mind, the MTG North boys, they're good dudes. Obviously, Wildcat MTG, good dude, right? There's people you can watch. And I even thought about branching out content. But once again, I got to the problem of, but why? Why am I spending all the time doing this when there's no money in it? There's other things in life I can do and enjoy. Why don't I just do those things? So I kind of wanted to do a dragon hunt for my last video, but obviously AFR went up a lot more than I'm willing to pay for a box of AFR because it's still not a strong set just because Tiamat went up. But that's okay. The set's been out long enough and it was kind of overdue anyway. I'm glad this last video leaves a really good taste in my mouth. That's been another thing that I haven't been doing all that great on box openings, and I can't even begin to explain how much that would kill me sometimes when I pull nothing for myself and then I rip crazy things for patrons that I stand zero chance in pulling for myself. Part of me was super happy for them, and the other part of me was super jealous. Obviously, I am a man of morals in the end, so the last thing I was going to do was fake a video or, delete a video. Clearly, right? So God knows everything I sent out to them all. That was the last thing I was going to do was do that. I'm not doing that. I think that's insane because you don't know what's going to be in the box, right? I think that's insane. But it was always kind of a challenge on that end, right? Because I pull nothing. They pull heat. Oh, I see how it is. It actually led to a few moments of frustration, which I know I showed on camera. One particular Bloomborough video, especially, I was quite unhappy, even though I had no right to be in that video. No right to be at all. But I was. But that was also a good sign that you're tired of doing this, right? I've said that in the past as I've been around where people have gone from happy to angry with the game. If you're angry with the game, leave the game. I feel like that's what I'm doing now. I'm not necessarily angry with WotC specifically. I'm not angry with the game itself specifically. I'm just not loving it all anymore. So yeah, so I'm going to do Final Fantasy. I may post the videos, I may not. Unfortunately, since this is going to be my last video, chances are, even if I post them, I won't, like, it won't go out to anybody. So what's even the point, right? Or I can just sit there, take my time with a drink, and spend an hour opening a box and enjoying it, which is very well what I might do. I want to thank everybody out there. It's been a good 4 years, right? So obviously I'm leaving on a very somber note, but it's been an awesome 4 years, unexpected 4 years. It's been great. I want to thank you all out there. It's been a lot of fun. It's time to move on. And I have to make that decision. Had to make that decision. I had to come to that decision. Then I had to figure out when. And I was going to do it before Tarkir, but then Tarkir was kind of a banger, and I'm like, all right, fine. And then I actually ordered some collector boxes, and then I canceled the order. And that was after stuff got shared out, just because I asked myself, why are you doing this? Why are you opening collector boxes? Just open some play boxes. Call it a day. Right? Get the cards to build things with and call it a day. Right, if you want to build things. So yeah. Special shout out to everybody that ever joined the Patreon. Too many to list. Too damn many to list. Y'all were the true heart blood of the channel. Now, when I say that, there's also some people who didn't join that are people that are the regular commentators and so on. You guys are also the heart blood of the channel, right? Lifeblood of the channel. So I guess I'm both of those categories, right? You're the lifebloods of the channel. You're the ones that kept this going. Right? If people didn't tune in, I would have killed off a long time ago. If people didn't comment, I would have killed off a long time ago. If people didn't want the content to flow, I would have killed it off a long time ago. Actually, early in 2022. Which is the first time I asked myself, why am I doing this? So, I've ranted long enough, or I shouldn't say ranted, I've rambled. I've rambled long enough. I just want to, one last time, stress my thank you, gratitude, and appreciation to every single one of you out there for watching my dumb little channel. More than watching my dumb little channel, though, it's the fun, the interactions, and all of those things that actually matter in life. I appreciate y'all for that. All right. See you later.